In this example, we're given the equation in general form, and we're asked to write the equation in standard form and give the center and radius of a circle. We know this is an equation of a circle because the x squared and y squared term have the same coefficient, in this case 1. So we want to write the equation in general form and standard form, which is written below. So in the standard equation, x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equal r squared, h and k represent the center of the circle, and r represents the radius. So the quantity x minus h squared means we have a perfect square trinomial in terms of x, and the quantity y minus k squared means we have a perfect square trinomial in terms of y as well. We'll have to form these perfect square trinomials using the general form of our equation. So we'll have x squared minus 6x plus some constant that will make this a perfect square trinomial, then y squared plus 8y plus some constant that will also make this a perfect square trinomial. And let's go ahead and take that 5 and move it over to the right. That constant becomes a negative 5 when we move it. Now, because we're going to be adding two constants to the left, let's go ahead and put those blanks to add those same two constants to the right. Now we'll continue to complete the square. In order to do that, we're going to take that negative 6, take half of that, and then we're going to square it. So we'll start by taking negative 6 and dividing by 2, which gives us a negative 3. Negative 3 squared is going to give us a positive 9. So we'll add that to the left, and we'll add that to the right to keep our equation balanced. Now let's work on completing the square here. Take your 8, divide by 2, and square it. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 4 squared is 16. Add 16 to the left side of your equation and add it to the right. Working on the left, we're going to take each of these and factor them into two binomials. We'll start with x squared minus 6x plus 9, x times x, and then the factors of 9 that add to negative 6 are negative 3 and negative 3. We know that because we created that. Now we'll start to work on the right trinomial. We'll do this the same way. Y times y, factors of 16 that add to 8 are 4, positive 4, and positive 4. Now we're going to add our constants together. 16 plus 9 plus negative 5 is 20. X minus 3 squared plus y plus 4 squared equals 20. We now have our equation in standard form. From this equation, we can identify the center and the radius. From x minus 3, we get the x coordinate of 3, and from y plus 4, that's going to be a negative 4. Think of this in terms of writing the opposite of what you see. That may be a little easier for you. Because in order to get a positive, we've got minus a negative, making the x coordinate positive and the y coordinate negative. The radius is going to be the square root of 20. So we're going to start out by writing r squared equal 20. Take the square root of both sides. You'll get the square root of 20. And then we're going to simplify that a little. 20 is equal to 4 times 5. And 4 is a perfect square. Square root of 4 is 2. You've got to keep that 5 under the radical. If you want to write it as a decimal, we'll get an approximation of 4.47. So I'm going to write the exact length, 2 square roots of 5 units. But if you're trying to graph it, we'll need to use 4.47. Now that we have the equation in standard form, we can identify the center and the radius. That information is right here. So now we can go on and graph this using our center of 3, -4, and our radius of 2 square roots of 5, or approximately 4.47. We can draw our circle.